What's up guys, Jeremy here with a new YouTube video. It's been a few days since I've posted anything, and anything real honestly, because I don't like the new videos, but today I have something different. It's gonna be, I'm gonna tell a little story about my daughter, and her medical history, and her surgery at 4 months old. So, when Kellyanne was 16 weeks pregnant, in utero we were doing, like, she was spotting, so she was scared, so we went into the ER and they checked her. They gave us an ultrasound and where it told us, because they were just checking on everything with the baby just to make sure, and they said that she was fine. It was just a popped blood vessel or something like that. But she also did what did they say? Completely. They also found something abnormal with her ultrasound, but they didn't say anything about it. They didn't tell us, because ultrasound techs don't really tell you anything. They just do it for you. They'll give you the ultrasound. So they ended up, she ended up having hydronephrosis in her left kidney, which made it harder for her to drain her left kidney, and it's just enlargement of the left kidney, and she had a kink in her her ureter tube. So when we would go all the way to a specialist like an hour away in New York State, and he would just monitor her. And then when we finally had her about a week after she was born, we went to Geisinger Medical Hospital, and that's in New York State somewhere else too. It was about 2-hour drive, and it was, the doctor, he was a weirdo, dude. He wanted to take her ureter tube and put it on the outside of her stomach, so there's like a little hole on her stomach that would, like, and we just didn't feel comfortable with that, because that's weird. So instead of doing that, we said, no, I think we're gonna get a second opinion. And we went to Hershey, where they had a better idea, and they were gonna take her tube and connect it to the other ureter tube on the left side, because the way your urinary tract system works, it goes from your bladder, and then you had ureter tubes that go into the urethra, and that let the pee drain out. So yeah, that's how. So the bladder was fine. No, the kidneys drain into the bladder, which drains into the urethra, and the tubes that went from the kidneys to the bladder was kinked. That's what it was. I don't know why I got that all messed up in my head. Oh well. But yeah, so that's how that was. And then you guys probably just heard a whole lot of SpongeBob in the background, huh? I did not realize that was playing. Oh well, whatever. And then you got Kelly over there playing with Wheezy. I don't know. It's a really chill kind of day. We're not doing anything. So, but yeah, they ended up connecting the two ureter tubes, but before that we had to do like all these nuke med tests, and they would like hold her down and not let her move for an hour, and it was alright the first time, because all she did was sleep through it, because she was so little, because they did that in Geisinger too. But what that was they put like radiation through her, and it was just so they could see where the kink was at and everything, or see why it was getting enlarged if it was kinked, and it turned out that it was. And so and then once they put the radiation in it, and she had to take some solution after an hour that would flush it all out, and she would pee it right out, so it didn't really hurt her. And then so they found out there was a kink, and the doctor in Hershey said, well, let's do that again. And so she's had to do this like 3 or 4 times, and you know, being 1 year old and well, not even one, like less than 3 months old, having to just sit still, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when she just had a 4-hour car ride of sleeping, she doesn't want to sit still. So that's what that was a whole lot of fun with it. And then we ended up going to, with her decision of just connecting the 2 ureter tubes, which was going to take surgery, and so we ended up in Hershey for about 4 days then. I wish I would have vlogged it. It would have been a lot of fun to look back on it later on in life, but I didn't think about it, honestly. So we ended up going there. We were there for 4 days, and then about a week, and the surgery was a huge success. Everything went well. She was perfectly fine. She had a tube. It looked like a little straw just sitting on her stomach, and like a whole lot of cut, wounds, injury, and I couldn't handle it. My girlfriend did most of that, Kellyanne did, and I just couldn't. So it was weird. They had like a straw. I don't know why she's crying. She wants to get out of the living room and get into the kitchen, but I can't let her do that because then she will get into stuff she can't get into. So she will just have to sit there and cry. She won't watch SpongeBob. I don't know. But then, like about a month later, we had to go back to Hershey because she had a kidney infection and it was like midnight and she was just burning up, so I was like, alright, we better go. Because they said if they have any unexplained... Breezy, chill, it's okay. It's okay, I promise. Breezy, come on. Hold on, guys. But we had to go back to Hershey because if there was any unexplained fevers, and we thought maybe it was the flu, but it was just weird. Like it wasn't the flu. The culture came back and they said it wasn't the flu, so we're like, oh, we better call Hershey and see what they want. And they ended up wanting us to go down to the hospital at like midnight. So she got taken by ambulance, and we drove in behind, and like, to let you guys know, it's 4-hour drive from where I live, so it's a ride. Like, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and when we got there and we could finally sleep, like, it was ridiculous. So yeah, that was fun. We were in Hershey for like 2.5 days then. Grab your blankie. That was a whole lot of fun. I don't know. But now she's all good. We just have to go to Hershey every 6 months now to get checkups. Until she's probably 5, they're gonna want to do it. And yeah, and our checkup's actually in the 17th, so I'll be vlogging that and letting you guys see how the trip is and how long it is and how fun. Because honestly, at this point, now that all the surgeries and everything is over with, Hershey's just it's more fun. They don't have bad news for us. They have good news. Usually, most of the time, they have good news, which is, it's nice to actually hear something good, because it's always been so negative with her, and it's hard, and that's why we're so happy with, like, it's just different with Jackson, because last time with Brianne, we had so many medical issues, and Jackson, he doesn't have any. It's a regular pregnancy, and it's fun, and it's not that it wasn't fun with her, but it's just different, because, I don't know, hopefully you guys can understand what I mean. If you can't, well, I mean, whatever, but it's just different. I don't know. But yeah, the 17th, I'll be vlogging that. And the 15th of May, Jackson is his due date. He might be here before, he might be here after, who knows, but I'm hoping a little bit before, not too much, because then it's not healthy, but before. I'm hoping like April, sometime in April, maybe April 31st, That's my guess, April 31st. So if you guys see a vlog around May sometime, I'm gonna be doing a huge birth vlog. It'll probably be a 40-minute video maybe. Hopefully you guys like it. It's gonna be our entire adventure through the labor, and it's gonna have a whole lot of work on it. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. And if you don't, I don't know. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and I'll bring more stories about what's happened with me, Breezy, and Kellyanne in the 3-4 years I've known them. Because well, it's not been 4 years yet. It's been about 3 years, but it's a whole lot of fun. And, my life improved significantly, and I hope. I wish my family would have been around to see it, but they didn't really care. So, whatever. Have a good day, guys. Peace.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.